guys, how's it going? MC Alkin here, and welcome back to Mick at Night. Actually, at night now, it's 8 p.m. as of recording this video. I just spent time. You guys should look at it. Look how awesome my area looks. It's really cool. Yeah, it's really cool. All the stuff here. I dig it. I just did that before recording this. Anyway, welcome, Mick at Night. How are we doing? How are we doing? This is the only thing on my channel that gets views, weirdly enough. Resident Evil's not really pulling in anything, but I want to continue the series. You know, there's at least some views. At least some people are watching Resident Evil. But we're not going to get into that. I'm deciding not to get into video stuff today, okay? We are getting into a lot of other things today. Oh, man. Last 12 days have been kind of crazy. This whole past little bit, my parents have been on a little vacation, to Jamaica. And for a bit of time, I have a dog, I have a cat, I have a brother. What relates to all of them, besides being mammals? They all need food. So, I was going to take care of the dog, and then the food, and then the house, in one for the whole week. Me and my brother split it up. I take the morning animals, whatever. They need their breakfast. They go out in the morning, blah. Alex then will take, the later evening stuff, which is a great schedule, by the way. If you and your, friend, roommate, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever, in between, if you need a schedule, it's really good because you can push the blame on someone else around 12 p.m. As soon as that clock strikes 12 p.m., I'm hands off of the dog. Okay? I am gone from that animal. He's fine. I love my dog. My dog is really good. I should say that first in preference. My dog is really good. His name is Jackson. He's a little Yorkshire Terrier mix. He's a good dog. He's just a bit old now, so he's lost his hearing. Or is losing his hearing rapidly. So he's a bit of a struggle sometimes, and he's very complaining because of the hearing loss. So, whatever. I have to work with him a bit more than the cat. She's very much younger than him by a lot of time. But she's the most annoying one. No, actually, Jackson's the most annoying. She just complains about needing food constantly. I don't think there's a bigger cat than my cat. She's not even that big. She's just, I don't know. She plumped up. We rescued her from my high school. She was in the playground with like a McDonald's bag over her, and I didn't see anything. But then like my mom saw her in the bag moving, and was like, "What's in the bag?" So, I don't know. Crazy. Then my mom went over to the bag, looked into it. Could be a raccoon, a little bear cub. Could be anything. No, it's a little cat, little kitty. Made sure that, the neighborhood wasn't their cat. So, came to us, which I'm very happy that Nala is here. And I've named both the animals, just so you know. Jackson and Nala are both my names. Okay? Jackson, guess why? You'll never get it. I gave Jackson the name of Jackson because Percy Jackson. I kid you not. This was the reason for the naming of Jackson, because I was in the car, we had just gotten him, and we were rattling off names, and I was just like, man, Percy Jackson just came out. Oh, Jackson's a good name for a dog. And I was just like, Jackson could be his name. And everyone was like, white boy cooked. And I'm like, I do cook. And I cooked a lot this week. Let me tell you what, I meal prepped for a lot of the meals that me and my bro ate. We had pork chops one day. We had chicken shawarma one day. Alex made this like sausage gumbo thing. Very good. For his first time using a crock pot, it was very good. What is going on? All my stuff is like dying on me. Like, what is this frame? But we move on. For my audio listeners, the camera paused on my mugshot, I think. That was an insane. I look crazy with hair like this. This is what happens when I shower. It just goes crazy. It's just a lot of hair right now, man. I don't know. I'm gonna have to cut it soon, I think. And I just got it cut literally last month for Easter. Not even that long ago. Anyway, Alex's gumbo. It was actually banging. It was so good. Shout out Alex for that. Yeah, so besides, we didn't even have a few hiccups. Like, 12 days were just 12 days, to be honest. I just had a bit more on my plate than usual, and still got the upload out. Still did all the video stuff for you guys. Didn't change anything. So, it's kind of dope. It's just how awesome I am that I can keep up with you guys while I'm doing other stuff. In return of them going to Jamaica and me taking care of the house, I got a hat. A little Jamaica hat. Yeah. So I got the sickest style on YouTube, I think. Wisdom K, I'm coming for you, man. I have a Jamaica hat. Do you have a Jamaica hat? I don't think so. I swear I'm not sponsored by Red Bull, but man, oh man, are they the best energy drink. This one, Lime Summer Edition from them. This one, delicious. All right. So, as this week has gone on, and as I've been making videos for you guys, it's been a struggle to make a video. Why is that? What has changed that is struggling? More so than taking care of the dog and making food and whatnot. What's like the struggle? What is stopping me in my tracks? It's deadlock. It's deadlock. Deadlock is deadlocking me to get a video out, man. I have played the game so much that I am currently addicted to Deadlock. It's the only game I'm currently thinking about right now. Just like at all. Like Deadlock is such a good game, man. I play Drifter. That's my main. That's my main. I haven't really tested out anyone besides Doorman, and I suck at Doorman. So I need to get better at other characters. Because if you don't know, Deadlock, you are one person on either side. I can't pick Drifter while someone else is Drifter. There has to be one Drifter in the game. So, and you can't change characters once the game is going. Just like League, just like any MOBA, pretty much. This is a MOBA, just so everyone knows. It is a League of Legends type first person, like Smite, almost. And it is the game that has currently possessed me in my mind. I think about this game constantly. Me and my friends were always texting each other about Deadlock, what we're going to do on Deadlock later. I'm pissed that I'm recording this and not playing Deadlock right now, man. I want to play Deadlock so badly. It is such a good game. It is insane that it's still in, like, alpha. It's not even beta yet, I think. There's so much room for this game to grow before final release. But it is just, it's so good, boys. Get a friend who has an invite or has been invited, and then have them invite you to Deadlock. And you'll first be very confused and a bit standoffish because there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of cards. There's a lot of abilities and whatnot. You can't auto pick someone else, If someone's picking Yoru, you can't also pick Yoru. This is not a Valorant. This is not a CSGO. This is not an Overwatch. There's no counter picking, okay? There's only counter element picking, counter upgrades. There's something in my nose. You guys weren't going to tell me that? Yeah, counter upgrades. That's the play of the game here, okay? Just like League, just like all these other MOBAs, okay? Once you're in a character, can't move. You gotta stick with your character and just hope that you are counterpicking and you're going crazy. Okay? I've won a bunch of games. I have yet to be top 3 in the leaderboard as Drift. I'm really hoping for that one day I just crack out. I'm just cracked out of my minds. It is going to be such a banger day when that happens because I've already been dreaming about it. All right, I'd be so real. The other day, yesterday, on Sunday, before work, literally today, I was up at 10 on my PC, and I was just thinking to myself, like, let's just lock in a quick old game. They're not quick old games, by the way. They are 30-plus minutes. So I was like, either I go to bed at 12, and I say hi to my parents who have come back from Jamaica, or I don't get on, and I feel rested for work in the morning. Guess what? Went to bed. I woke up for work since I'm employed and not unemployed. And yeah, I felt pretty good in the morning. It's a fun map. I mean, it's one map, but just like League, the map's not the point. Okay, unlike Valorant, you need 20 different maps for Valorant, because yeah, you got your sites, you know where to line up. Boom, you're toast. Okay, you can't counter pick characters. You can't counter anything. You're just kind of screwed in Valorant. Kind of similar with Overwatch. You got your push maps and you got your point maps and whatnot. But again, you counter pick with an opponent. If they pick a McCree, you pick not McCree anymore. It's Cassidy. My bad. If you pick a Cassidy, someone else is gonna pick a Cassidy and try to counter you. With Deadlock, you gotta be checking everything. You're checking your health. You're checking your friend's health. You're checking your friend's souls. You're checking the minimap for Earn. You're checking the minimap for mini boss. You're looking at lines. You're seeing line. You see all 3 lines. You can see a split seconds of like, okay, there's this person on this line. Most of them are on this line. There's 4 of them on this line. Do I tell people? How do I conduct? I'm a great conductor, by the way. Let me into your esports team and I'll conduct everything for you. By the way, I am locked into a minimap. Okay? I love minimaps in games. Like, if I could be like, this person's here, this person's here, this person's here, I'm the best at that. Okay, I'm quick on it. Yeah, so Deadlock has completely taken my mind over. That happened so that I missed out. I didn't miss out. I guess I can go see it still. But I haven't yet to watch Devil Wears Prada 2. I haven't seen that one yet. You know what's still in theaters? And it's surprising it's still in some theaters? Super Mario Galaxy. Why? Didn't that drop like so long ago? Felt like it dropped so long ago. And it's still in theaters. It came out before Project Hail Mary. And it's still in theaters. Go watch Project Hail Mary. But like, when did this come out? When does it come out? April. January, February, March, April. And then May. And then now it's... I guess it's only... Okay, it came out on April 1st in some theaters. So really, it's been in for a month. All right, that seems fair. But it seems like it's been in for so long. Maybe it was its ad campaign. I think Illumination put maybe $1 billion into the ads for this movie, dude. Like, I kept seeing stuff after then the movie's out. Because it's like, in theaters now. Coming to theaters soon. Coming to theaters April 1st. I watched it. The first like 20 minutes are not that bad, I'd be honest. For a kid's movie, for an Illumination kid movie, first 20 minutes, not bad. By like any standard kids movie terms, okay? Now, like current kid movie terms is what I mean. Not like I'm comparing this to like, my childhood movies, like The Lion King or Beauty and the Beast or Treasure Planet. I'm not comparing that to this. This is modern age poo on a stick for kids, So the first 20 minutes aren't that bad. And then at one point it just completely turns around and it's just like, this movie's really bad. And it got really worse when Glenn Powell, Fox McCloud came in. What is my hair doing right now? Like, what is this? I feel like I need to wear a hat. I'm getting self-conscious about it. There we go. So, Glenn Powell in the Super Mario movie was I'd say fine casting. It wasn't bad. Obviously, it sounded different than Fox McCloud in the games. Okay? But the character was still there. It's not like Glenn Powell was, playing an Italian and refused to do an Italian accent and did something his own thing, Who would ever do that for a Mario movie? Who knows? So, I think that Super Mario was pretty whack, okay? I'll be honest, it was pretty whack. Out of 10, you say, behind the camera? 3? 3 3 or 2, I'd say. It's not completely poo. I mean, there's that first 20 minutes, okay, of actual movie. I'm not counting that like credits, okay, or like the prologue thing. 20 minutes past the like title is pretty good. Oh man, I am a tired guy today. I don't know why, you guys. Went to the gym today. I had protein today. Had all these pills. You know why? I think it's because I'm taking these high strength ashwagandha stuff now, and it's completely making me chilled out. I'm feeling it, man. I'm feeling a bit tired right now. I don't know if I can edit this afterwards. You kind of hear it in my commentary. I'm rambling all over again. This is the problem with my podcast. I'm a rambler. You know, I grew up, you know, with live streaming, like with YouTube. I literally like that was the first type of content that I did. Not full time, but like a lot of it. I did a lot of streaming growing up. Like before high school ended and like after high school ended, I was big time streaming. I was streaming on my Xbox, Call of Duty, worked half the time on Mixer and Twitch, you know, straight from the Xbox. You can find my Instagram and you can scroll all the way down. You'll see the images. But man, there's no one to talk to when I'm doing this. There's no chat. I feel like I should do these live so I can at least get a chat, you know? All right, we talked about my week. We talked about the last few days. We talked about Deadlock, okay? What are we gonna talk about next? And I think I haven't brought this up yet. If I did, I'm sorry. But I wrote it down. This manga that has come out called Kagurabachi, okay? It is very good, okay? I remember when it was about to come out, and there's some leaks that came through at the first volume, and everyone was already saying, before it even came out, this is peak, okay? It was a whole big bit. You might have seen, if you know anime, a black-haired character with his, like, black suit on with his sword, he's like, let me do it. He's doing the classic, like, unsheathing katana from its hilt, you know? That blew up around, like, when it was coming out. And now it is out. And now I regret not continuing it when it did come out. Because I read the first few chapters as they were coming out. And I was like, let's go. Completely forgot it. Completely abandoned it. Just decided not to care. And then my friend Ben was telling me to hop on. I hopped on. And boom. Kagurabachi is one of the best manga I've ever read. It is very much a modern anime. A modern manga is what I mean. There's no way I didn't talk about this last week. All right, I did not talk about Kagurabachi. All right, let's talk about Kagurabachi. Let's flip and go. Kagurabachi. It follows the main guy. His name is Chihiro. His dad was this crazy blacksmith, made some of the most powerful swords, 7 of them, okay? And the whole plot focuses around Chihiro, where I currently am. Where manga currently is probably far from where I currently am, okay? From where I currently am, Chihiro's goal is to find the swords that his father made. He wants to keep them, but destroy him, you know? So that's his whole goal. I won't go into it, but it is a good story. And I'm talking about this now because Kagurabachi is getting an anime. Holy smokes. Hold the line. This is my Chainsaw Man all over again, okay? Right over here is some Chainsaw Mans. When that got announced that was an anime, I was ecstatic, okay? That was insane. Undead Unluck is right here. When that got an anime announcement, ecstatic, okay? When Wotakoi gets a season 2, not gonna happen. I will probably have a heart attack and die. Probably. But yeah, no, this is this is the very first manga that I've been reading that's very, modern. And with that, I'm really interested to see how they interpret a modern manga like Gacha Nakuda to Kagurabachi. Okay, how are we going to animate more modern shows, more modern manga, their pacing is a bit different, unlike traditional manga, unlike traditional old school. You come out in a book and you got your weekly shonen, you got your weekly shoujos and whatnot. This one is really cool where you'll find yourself reading a double page where like you do this and you see it on this side and oh cool, the art follows onto the second page. This though uses a 3/4 of the page for a full thing. So it's like here up until like here, and then this is like a column for like characters and like other actions. Sick. Because when you're doing it like this and you have your stuff right here, where's your focus? Where's like the middle of a 3/5? It's like here area. Okay, it's like right here. This is the middle. And when like you're looking at it in a regular book, your main focus point is going to be at the curve of the page. This is really cool. 3/5 styling. It's really interesting. Also, after reading all of Bleach, I see its inspiration everywhere now, okay? And Kagurabachi, I feel like, is such a spiritual successor to a swordsmith, a sword story, This has, a revenge plot line. This has magic systems. This is really cool. There's like a hierarchy system. It's really sick and it's written so well. It's like reading a movie, okay? The way that modern things like manga are being made, now that like anime has become more mainstream and movies from Western culture have influenced everyone, everything now is like reading like a movie when it's illustrated so well. And this is the problem I have with this next topic. Look at this segue. I didn't even plan for this segue, okay? Our boys in Marvel Comics, okay? If you know me, you see Battle Beast right there. Behind him, we got some absolutes. I have some manga and books right here. I love graphic novels, okay? Sue me. I'm cool. Anyway, you guys remember the Ultimate Verse? If you guys don't know what the Ultimate Verse is in Spider-Man, or just like in Marvel in general, Ultimate is supposed to be the more grounded approach to superheroes. Make them fantastical in any way, but like keep them more so grounded. Okay, keep them kind of realistic, have them still do all the Marvel stuff like talk to the devils and, timeline mishap and whatnot. But that was supposed to be their more grounded storyline. Everyone used to like Spider-Man's Ultimate comic, and then some stuff happened and they didn't like it and they killed Dave, and everyone likes the Ultimate comics. But then guess what? Ultimate is now done. They're done with the Ultimate series. Because if you want a more gritty and grounded story, stop doing supernatural elements, guys. Marvel only really knows how to do supernatural stuff. In DC, when they wanted to do a darker, more grittier story, aka Absolute series, they wanted to approach this as, what if the world was without hope and you needed to work a lot harder to get there, to be hopeful? So all of the characters have so much more struggle in their life just based on that principle alone. And this was, who was this? Oh yeah, this was Bane, bro. Oh my, jeez, I don't want to read Absolute Batman. This is such a cool concept, and DC is killing it right now with this gritty storyline, which sends us back to Marvel. Marvel thinks to themselves, hey, we had our grounded storyline that got supernatural still. And now DC is putting out their grounded, semi-supernatural, remember, superheroes, okay? They're not going to, not be aliens and demons already. They're going to have supernatural powers, but they keep it grounded. Oh, let's do it again. Let's have an even darker storyline here. Call it Midnight. Marvel's Midnight. Okay? We got 3 stories coming out first. Fan 4 Stick, Spider-Man, the X-Men. I don't know much. I only read upon the X-Men one, okay? I love X-Men. Nightcrawler is right above this camera. I love comics. I was hyped. Nightcrawler seems to be a main character of this Midnight one, but here is my gripe with the Marvel Comics people. Can we stop making a dark and gritty story involve vampires and zombies? Guess what the X-Men story is about? Oh man, vampires. It's about vampires again. Why can't we have a X-Men story that really focuses on the discrimination of X-Men, of their beatings and brutalism in the Marvel universe? This race of people, you know. Why are we not focusing on that element? Why are we not getting so grounded and realistic with how actual discriminated groups are discriminated against? Why are we not focusing on these stories? Why do we have to make the dark story vampires? What does that add? Okay, the cool thing about Absolute Batman is that it's still Batman. Okay, they make changes. They are making changes in the Absolute series. Like, major character changes. Batman, not a rich dude. His parents, one of them was a teacher, Mr. Wayne. He's the one that dies. Mrs. Wayne is still alive. Batman's friends, we're talking about Wayland. We're talking about Penguin. We're talking about Two-Face. All of these guys are his friends, including Felicia, okay? Not Felicia, Selena. Yeah, all of these guys are his friends, unlike traditional DC Comics, okay? Then we have Arkham Asylum, now named Arkham, which is like this scientific kind of human guinea pig lab that's making all of these monsters. Like, that is so sick. That is a grounded storyline. You are making a character who relies on himself, having to have himself relied on himself more because he doesn't have the money. He has to work for his stuff, okay? I mean, oh my gosh. It is insane. And that's just Batman, okay? You have Absolute Wonder Woman. Incredible story. You have Absolute Superman. Incredible story. I haven't kept up with them as much as Batman because I love Batman. But I've heard they're really good. Absolute Villainy, Volume 1 came out. I read that. Scared me. I was horrified. They're getting into, again, the supernatural element, but they're keeping it grounded. Why does it feel like you need to, try a bit harder to, feel hope? Oh, there's something wrong with this universe's DNA, and it's thanks to Darkseid. Bow! The reason the Absolute Universe even exists, and that's coming back. No, but here's Marvel. Here's Marvel doing vampires again. Doing zombies again. I don't know how Spider-Man is going to be in this universe. I do not know how the Fantastic Four are going to be in this universe. But why? I honestly don't know. And it is pissing me off. And I know DC does vampires as much as Marvel does. But they aren't specifically saying this is our dirtiest, our grittiest story. These characters are going to have to try even harder. Okay? They are not saying that at all. In fact, I think it's going to be the exact same stuff. That's like in every type of these comics. Let's talk about my boy Nightcrawler here. Nightcrawler, Catholic, okay? X-Men. You got two things on this character off rip. Catholicism, where he believes his soul is, how the world works, okay? He is a Catholic through and through. He's also an X-Men. How do you explain this as a character who believes in Roman Catholicism, but guess this, you have a mutation. You are evolving as a character. That's already can be such a tremendous idea for a comic series. Have someone who can teleport, go anywhere, be a god almost. Xavier's favorite. And you are refusing to use this as it because you're just like, oh, well, people want grit, people want dark. Let's give them that millennial dark. Let's throw in some vampires. Let's make this thing like Twilight. Because guess what? People liked it when DC did vampires a few years ago, so let's do it for us. And DC vampires were actually so goated. Did you guys read the DC vampire arc? It's great. It's actually so good. That's my gripe. I'm still going to read Marvel Comics. I'm not going to read Marvel Comics. It's just, we got to think about it. We got to think about this as like a studio. Because gone are the days of these zombie things, man. No one does zombie stuff anymore. No one cares about zombie stuff anymore. That was the Walking Dead era. That was the Z Nation era of stuff. That was the what is it called? It's like something diet. I don't know what it is. It's the Santa Moncler diet or something like that. I don't know. This is that millennial, monster obsessed brains that they all have. It's stupid and it's silly. We got to move away. We have to find new original stories. And I think if they wanted to make an X-Men grit story, they should have focused on what some X-Men writers do focus on. And is the best when they do. When they have the heroes talk about, yeah, we are risking our lives daily for these people. And you have a society that some of the Avengers, they don't even like. Why are we not focusing on the instant, this discrimination on X-Men? Why are we not focusing on this? This would be such a cool idea. Someone like Storm, who is one of the most powerful mutants, an Omega level mutant, okay? Who is a literally African American, or is she just African? I don't forget. She's literally a dark-skinned superhero who is a mutant, who is a discriminated people group, and she is already also another discriminated people group. Why are we not focusing on this as a actual story, something that's really going on? Comics have this way of bringing justice to the real world. Okay, comics have this way of letting people's imaginations run wild and having people's thoughts progress and change. And you start thinking, oh, this is this idea, but actually, I'm starting to believe this idea. Why are we not using a darker X-Men storyline to focus on this racism? Okay, it's stupid and it's so silly to me. We're not focusing on what is making heroes at Marvel currently. I would want a really cool superhero X-Men story. We have Nightcrawler as a main character. We start getting into him about like what it means to be a Christian, what it means to be a Catholic Christian, and also be a mutant, okay? Believing in one way, but you are constantly living as something that is evolving, something that is doing this thing, something that counters your belief system. Why are we not focusing on this? Then we can get into someone like Logan, who has been dealing with discrimination on mutants for much longer than most mutants currently alive. We can focus in on this and be like, yeah, it's been everywhere. It's been the whole time. And then we get to Storm. And then we have Storm, who is a dark-skinned black X-Men, who's one of the most powerful people. Can we not get into her mind of like, I am constantly being hated as a person, as a group, and I'm constantly trying to better myself, better my culture, better my people group, but I'm constantly being attacked for just being who I am. Like, this would be such a cool idea. And Marvel is literally refusing to do this as a main topic. And we're focusing on vampires. It's silly, it's dumb, and I think Marvel needs to think about it. I mean, it's obviously going to happen. They're not going to listen to me. They're not going to listen to me. So that's my rant. That's my podcast. My rant of the day, pretty much, is 9:03. I'm very tired. Go read comics. Go read Absolute Batman if you like action. Go read any of the Absolute or just anything. Read the Krakoa era of X-Men if you want to get into those. Or find Kagurabachi somewhere, probably at Barnes & Noble. Go pick up Kagurabachi. Go play Deadlock. And take your dog out, people. This has been Mick at Night. I'll see you guys next time. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.